Do Alexandre Cunha, hoje fazendo a terceira volta, na terceira posição, atrás de Duda com a primeira colocação e Celso com a segunda. Carro de Alexandre Cunha, agora sendo pilotado por Henrique. Pole position.
Duda, pole position, ganhou a última etapa, as duas baterias. O segundo sai Celso, número 9, que foi o segundo na última etapa. O terceiro é o Alexandre Cunha, veio do kart e está conseguindo a sua estreia no Goiás.
Minutos pela volta.
Ninguém condição, ele vai ficar sozinho. Quando eu fico até a última hora com ele, lá dou uma força, uma apoio moral. Não tem ninguém lá no carro.
pela segunda colocação, fazendo uma ultrapassagem por dentro na primeira curva após a largada. Duda, Alexandre Cunha e Celso. Logo após Frank. Duda abre um pouco de vantagem. Briga pela segunda colocação. Fazendo a curva para pegar a reta. Alexandre Cunha dá um pouco de folga em cima de Celso. E vem chegando em cima de Duda. Pegar a reta. Duda, Alexandre Cunha e Celso. Celso tentou por fora. Já se segura. Celso colocou por dentro e ultrapassou. Alexandre Cunha agora é o terceiro colocado. Duda em primeiro, Celso em segundo, Alexandre Cunha em terceiro. Celso e Alexandre Cunha. Bandeira amarela. Os carros vão parando. Pararam ali mesmo. Alguma coisa houve. Paralisado. Temporariamente. Na curva dos boxes. Teve princípio de briga. Só que os pilotos ajudaram, separaram. A visão tá ali. Poucos. Deve haver nova largada. Foi na confusão. Os carros já voltaram ao grid. Os carros já estão no grid e o diretor de prova chama os pilotos para um briefing. Uma pequena reunião.
Diretor de prova.
Vai ter nova largada. 5 minutos para começar. Aí estão os 4 primeiros colocados.
Ao posto de sinalização da direção da prova aqui na base da torre. Esta prova terá 14 voltas.
Como disseram no microfone, esta prova vai ter apenas 14 voltas. Decidida pelos diretores de prova. minuto. 1 minuto para a largada. Vai ter a segunda largada. Largou bem, segunda colocação. Logo atrás de Duda. Alexandre Cunha pode tentar nessa curva. Final de reta. Não, Duda vem um pouco livre. Alexandre Cunha vem pressionado por cima. Celso ultrapassou Alexandre Alexandre Cunha vem coladinho. Alexandre Cunha colocou por dentro. Não dá pra saber se ultrapassou. Ultrapassou não. Frank chegou perto agora de Alexandre Cunha. E a briga promete ficar boa. Duda, Celso, Alexandre Cunha e Frank no Frank vem coladinho no Alexandre Cunha. Frank ultrapassou. Alexandre Cunha errou a curva. Alexandre Cunha agora é o quarto colocado. Colocou por fora. Deu. Continua por fora, Alexandre Cunha. Vem tentando de todas as maneiras. Por fora de novo. Frank segura a colocação. Terceira posição. E aí vem eles pegando a reta.
Atenção, senhores chefes de equipes, categoria graduados.
Alexandre Cunha vem no vácuo do Frank. Frank dá o lado de fora pra ele não dá. Alexandre Cunha colocou por dentro. Não deu. Alexandre Cunha ultrapassa. Não, segura a posição, Frank. Tentou por fora, não conseguiu. Frank vem segurando muito bem a sua posição. Frank vem por dentro, Alexandre no vácuo. Coloca por fora, Alexandre Cunha. Não deu de novo. Fez a tragédia. Jogou pra dentro. Coloca por dentro. Quinto colocado vem chegando e Alexandre Cunha. primeiro colocado Duda, o segundo Celso, o terceiro Frank, Alexandre foi ultrapassado. Alexandre ficou na quinta colocação. Segundo Celso. Terceiro lugar Franco. O quarto colocado. E o quinto Alexandre. Alexandre Cunha com algum problema. Você estava fazendo muito barulho. Não está indo. faltando água do radiador, alguma coisa assim. Sai dos boxes, mas agora não dá mais pra fazer nada.
É a terceira corrida na Copa Voyage, Campeonato Turismo Divisão N. Todas as 3 corridas tivemos a infelicidade de ter problemas e ter que parar no box. Essa maré ruim vai terminar. O Henrique tá andando. O Henrique
dá pra perceber que o barulho do seu carro está completamente mudado.
tá horrível, tá?
Gás. Primeiro colocado.
O Celso tá chegando, hein?
Ele chegou no
Tá
pé.
com problema no
24. Teve problemas no seu carro, entrou nos boxes, mas continua. Seu carro não está rendendo o que deveria. Tem os líderes. Alexandre Cunha. Aí me Alexandre Cunha, seu carro tem problemas. Olha o seu barulho. Alexandre Cunha vai tentar uma última ultrapassagem. Começa a esquentar a briga pela primeira posição. Duda e Celso. Se a briga pela primeira colocação. Celso colocou por dentro, não deu, entendeu? Celso vai tentar tudo na curva do final de reta. Alexandre Cunha com problemas no seu carro, quase abandonando a corrida. Duda deve ter
Alexandre tem que sair dessa briga aí.
Alexandre foi para o seu carro, abriu, deixou os primeiros colocados passarem. Não tem mais possibilidade de continuar correndo. Seu carro tem que andando muito bem. Fez o terceiro melhor tempo, andou na terceira colocação. Chegou a estar em segundo local. Foi perdendo rendimento, sendo cada vez mais ultrapassado. Celso vai abrindo e Duda vai ficando para trás. Tem problema, deve ter errado o mar.
Celso despachou o Duda, hein? Celso despachou o Duda.
A grande diferença sobre o segundo colocado.
Alexandre.
Alexandre Cunha, seu carro quase não anda mais. Vem tentando passar.
Alexandre já ficou com mais um. Tá quase parando.
Essa é a volta do Henrique Gaia. Forçando nas curvas. E aí, Henrique Gás. Duda, após passar na bandeirada, desligou o motor do seu carro. Que quase não anda, olha lá. Vem parando o seu carro. Tentando ao menos completar a corrida. Veio a corrida toda tentando isso. E agora o seu carro não responde mais. Olha a velocidade que ele tem. Vem parando, o Henrique vai ultrapassar o Alexandre Cunha. Mas já terminou a corrida. Alexandre Cunha vem tentando completar, que ainda não completou a corrida.
Já tem que chegar aqui.
Vem devagar, quase parando, ele vai tentar passar na bandeirada. Quase parando, acho que não vai ter condições. Os dois primeiros aí, juntos. E Alexandre Cunha lá.
Já tinha que receber a bandeirada.
Vem com raça.
Se fosse empurrando esse carro. Porra, passa, recebe a bandeirada e encosta ali. Vamos ver se ele vai, vamos ver se ele não vai. Não entra no box, pelo amor.
Alexandre Cunha não entrou nos boxes. Vai tentar receber a bandeirada. Alexandre Cunha vem aí. Muito devagar, tentando receber a bandeirada.
Tem que dar bandeirada, ô palhaço. Olha a bandeira aí.
Recebe a bandeirada.
Agora encosta o carro aqui.
Alexandre Cunha desconsolado. Encosta o seu carro na grama. E abandona o carro. Está sendo rebocado. Vem sendo rebocado. Vai rebocando para dentro dos boxes. Uma pena o que aconteceu com o carro de Alexandre Cunha. Esse é o carro do Alexandre Cunha. Teve problemas de parte de junta de motor.
Na hora que o carro dá um problema lá no carro, eu vou colocar.
Só para aproveitar mesmo a corda. Olha o caminho aí, campeão. Põe aí, ó, rapaz, conversinha do cara, para não ter o trabalho de voltar lá.
Esse carro capotou na pista.
É novo.
Gabriel, preciso de uma lixada técnica no box fechado.
Carro cheio de terra.
Gabriel.
They chose him, Richard Flesteron, to lead the expedition into the heart of the Amazonian rainforest. He always knew that he would be the one because he had incredible vision. His amazing farsightedness enabled him to spot deadly jungle animals at great distances and shoot them with his gun before they came close enough to kill him with their murderous intent. For months, he had been searching for the citizens of the lost queendom of Amazonia. He was having doubts about finding them at all, until one day, they found him.
Trespass on the sacred uteral soil of the Amazonians. Grovel before me and prepare to die, particularly next to me, by evisceration.
Defeat. For the first time in his life as an adventurer, Flesteron felt the hot wind of defeat blowing down his neck like a warm hippopot. Then it came to him. He would outsmart the natives with his superior intellect.
Flesteron, you've managed to outwit us with your superior intellect.
And we have come to see that you're not really such a bad guy after all.
Hail, Flesteron.
Hail, Flesteron.
Hail, hail, hail.
Are you all right? I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, that's quite all right.
Quite all right.
Watch out for them doors. you want?
Eggs. I'll have the eggs, any style.
Tried to ask your friend a while ago what he wanted, but he wouldn't talk to me. He wouldn't even look at me. So is there any chance that you can get through to him?
Paul, what do you want? Coffee. You'll have coffee? I'll have coffee too, please. Have you been here before? Can we for once just talk about something important? No, don't answer. Because if you say yes, I know you're patronizing me. And if you say no, you're wrong. Because we have never tried. We've known each other for, what is it, centuries now? And we've never succeeded. That's all I want to do is just talk about something important once. Just one time. So if you've been here before, that's a good start. That's a really good start because I was just feeling as if I had been here countless times and twice as many lifetimes, and that maybe, just maybe, my being here meant something. And that your being here meant something too.
We're out of cream. Hello, handsome.
So you believe in reincarnation? No, of course not. In order to believe of anything, you have to be either insane or alone. And I'm terrified of both. Don't you see? That's why I'm here. I can't stand being alone. I do, however, have the feeling that I have lived other lives. I think you have too. But whoever had your Eunice before you took much better care of it than whoever had mine. You're an old soul. But you're a clean one. I'm an old soul, but a dirty, tired one. And with every turn I take, I never seem to get any closer to nirvana. I wish I could break out of it. Stop it all. But you can't, can you? Tell me something. I should play the lottery. Are you listening? Yes, I think the lottery would be a good thing for you. It's very pretty.
Anything else?
How about more coffee?
It's brewing.
Took a writing class once. No one else knew what to do. They asked what they should write about, how they should write it, how long it should be, that sort of thing. The teacher said it didn't matter. He just wanted to see how they could write. So I'm scribbling away happy as a clam and still not knowing what to do. They asked if they were going to be graded on it. The teacher said no. That's what they should write about. The teacher said anything at all. So at this point, I'm on my second or third page, and the teacher's getting frustrated. Finally, the teacher yells out, write about anything. And then he qualified it. He said anything that is, except your best friend's suicide. So I stopped. Is that what you were writing about? Yes. I didn't know that, Paul. I didn't know you had a best friend who committed suicide. I didn't. I was imagining it was you. Excuse me.
Oh. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, God. Yes. Did you finish?
No.
Let me help.
No. I'll finish on my own. Go pour me a cup of coffee. I quite liked what I'd written about your death, actually. The whole story took place at your funeral. The part about you and me and our friendship was told in a series of flashbacks. I tried to make them real and poignant, but of course they weren't.
She's married.
Well, after that, I started to focus less and less on you and what good friends we'd been and all, and started to pay more attention to what was happening at the funeral. See, there was this teacher there, this German teacher named Bettina Frog. She was 6 feet tall, around 30, and muy bonita. As I'm sitting there at the funeral, I felt as if she was staring at me in a strange way. Looked as though she'd fallen in love with me, actually. She stared at me until the service was over. And then on the way out, she stopped me and she said, "Paul, I just wanted to say, you look beautiful." And then she walked away.
I saw the ring on her finger. That's how I know she's married.
There was something about the way she said it and the way it mixed with what I was feeling at the time.
Is that how your story ended?
No. About 6 months after your suicide, I started having this recurring dream about you. In it, you were waxy, pale, trembling uncontrollably. You wouldn't say a word because you couldn't. You were always wearing that blue suit. It was choking me or something. My dreams kept happening. I kept seeing you. Then I started to see you when I wasn't asleep. I could feel you. Cold presence in the corner of the room. I see you. At this point, I was going crazy. I thought that you needed to be asleep.
We're out of cream.
So one night, I went to the graveyard, and I dug up your bones, and I stripped you of your burial clothes. And I put you back in the grave. That's the end.
Well, what about milk?
No. All the cows are dead.
Non-dairy creamer?
No. Drink it black.
I never drink it black. Can I have more eggs? He ate mine.
Sure. Same way?
Yes, please.
What's wrong with your friend?
just turned 30.
Go wash your hands, okay?
Okay. Hello, darling.
Sir, ask what it is you do.
I'm a potter.
There's a job I would like you to do for me.
I would like some coffee, please. A full cup. Do you feel better? Yes, I feel better. Thank you for the eggs. Why?
What does that story you wrote about me mean?
Doesn't mean anything.
It has to mean something.
No, it doesn't. Really bad stories don't mean anything. Really good stories don't mean anything either. I think that story was either one or the other.
Bye.
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 Almost there.
Gotta go.
But I'm not finished.
Honey, you're the one that wants to take this trip to Atlantic City. I can't be late today. Why don't you use your little friend?
The battery's dead.
I got some jumper cables in the car.
That's not funny.
Honey, look. Joey Jr.'s away at camp.
I'll be back soon, and we got the whole house to ourselves.
Enough. I'm fine. I'm just fine. Woo! Yahoo! Yeah! Woo! Yahoo! Whoa! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Woo! Yeah. This isn't Tokyo. Bang those drums, buddy. Oh, yeah.
Honey, I'm home. Honey, where are you? Did you have a fun day? Hmm? There you are. Oh, you're purring, I swear it. Does that mean we found a solution to your little problem? Oh, yeah.
tonight.
His eyes are red and his fur is green. God, this is great.
You know, our sex life used to be great.
Ooh, gross.
I did it probably for about 4 weeks in a row. Why? Why?
Really?
Yes.
Me too.
Maybe this could be the beginning of something special.
You say you'd like to attend one of the world's truly outrageous costume parties. Well, here's one that draws people from all over.
Originally we're from outer space, but now we live in California.
This has got to be San Francisco, the city where, according to a local paper, Halloween is a national holiday. But since it began in 1979, the exotic erotic ball has attracted more than just locals.
We're from Florida. We're from Connecticut.
Salt Lake City, Mormon.
What do they expect to see here?
Not what you see in Florida.
Don't let my penis get between us. Baby, buy a box of rubbers and some KY jelly. Don't let my penis get between us.
This year's event was the biggest in its history. More than 12,000 people packed into San Francisco's Grand Concourse, an arena usually reserved for business and trade exhibitions. What kind of people would wait in line more than an hour and pay $35 admission? Just watch. There were costumes. And then there were costumes.
So, did I tell you about my cat?
No, no, I don't think you did.
Oh, he's really cute. He sleeps right on my bed and he wakes me up in the morning and he puts
I really don't like cats. They shed all over the place. They're unresponsive. Most of the ones I've known have been insane. Would you like another drink?
Oh, no thanks, I'm fine with this. So what kind of law do you practice?
A corporate. You know, leverage buyouts, mergers, acquisitions, that kind of thing.
Oh, mergers and... I don't really know what that means.
It's, you know, hard to explain. So, your ad says you're from New Jersey.
Yeah, you know, off the turnpike, right around
I
1912.
grew up in the Midwest. I really don't know Jersey at all.
Oh. Gee, look at the time.
Oh, yeah. It's almost 7. Well, I've got to skedaddle.
Oh, that's funny. I haven't heard anyone say that in I don't know how long. There used to be this cartoon character I used to watch when I was a kid, and he always used to say,
I've got to skedaddle. Yeah, it was Dippy Dog.
That's right, Dippy Dog. God, I love that show.
Really? I was a big fan when I was 6 or 7. I used to be a member of the Dippy Dog fan club.
So did I. I still have my Dippy Dog lunchbox. Oh, God, this is great. Do you remember the theme?
Remember, it's permanently etched in my brain. Dippy, he's Dippy Dog, zaniest dog that you've ever seen. His eyes are red and his fur is green. He's Dippy Dog.
Oh, God! This is great. Dippy was the best. Hey, do you remember the one where he got stuck in the incinerator?
Oh, that was a classic. Or the one where his tail fell off and he couldn't find a tail lure to sew it back on.
This is so totally cool. I mean, I can't believe I found someone who is so into this show. You know, I must make a confession. I still sometimes watch the reruns on cable.
Watch them? I set my VCR for 7 a.m. Monday through Friday to tape them. I'm trying to tape all the early episodes before Wally Worm joined the show.
Yeah, the ones with Wally Worm aren't as good.
Oh, they were terrible. Every true Dippy Dog fan will tell you that the show went downhill after Wally Worm joined him. I mean, things just weren't the same after that.
So you have them on tape?
Yeah. Actually, I want to get a second VCR so I can hook them up and edit them. I'll edit out all the Wally Worm episodes and I'll have nothing but several tapes of pure classic Dippy Dog. Would you like to come watch some of them?
Sure. You know, I've been on so many of these personal things, and it is such a relief to find someone who is cultured.
I know what you mean. This last girl I went out with, her idea of entertainment was to go to one of those theaters uptown and watch movies that aren't even in English.
Oh, gross! I hate going to the movies and having to read. What do you say we grab a cab and go have a Dippy Dog festival?
You know, Tracy, I think that maybe this could be the beginning of something special.
I feel the same way too, Brad. So, let's skedaddle! Oh.
both always been very busy people. Our day runners are full, and, well, since we've been married, I've had a couple of jobs, and, well, when I took this job at the ad agency, I had no idea how consuming it would be.
That's the trouble. Even when we're both at home, we're both still consumed with work. You know, our sex life used to be great, but now it's almost like it's obligation.
Sometimes I think we just make love not because we want to, but because we have to.
So we can go on obsessing about work. To be honest, sometimes when we're making love, I still think about work.
Really?
Yes.
Me too.
We're both very driven people.
And that's okay. It's
The busy couple with high-pressure lives need to protect their relationship by making sure lovemaking doesn't become just one more exercise in time management. Ask yourself this question. If you spent the same amount of time on developing a business as you do on enriching your relationship, would you have a success? Plan a day together, away from home in a fresh environment, where workday demands cease to exist. Take a drive into the country. Find a serene body of water or a private enclave in the woods. Let the calming sights and scents of nature help you silence the chatter in your mind. Relax and pay attention to one another. Each of you can take charge of planning different aspects of the day. One of you might choose the spot, keeping it a secret until you arrive. The other might select the food, the wine, or the music. Make each ingredient meaningful. The same wine you drank at your wedding. The herb bread from that out-of-the-way bakery she adores. The strawberries that remind him of your honeymoon trip to the country. Cherish each other. And remember, there are no rules. Just enjoy being truly relaxed and in love.
Aha!
aha.
Just another sleepless night. The darkness hurts my eyes. It was December, if I remember, the last time that he crossed my mind. Where do you draw the line?
What's one easy way to make a lot of money if you're an attractive young woman who loves to dance? If you're Micia Ferrati, you found a place in Vancouver, Canada, among the 19 women at the 26th annual Miss Nude World Pageant. This is her story.
I entertain the male population. I like to think I'm a dancer as well as a stripper.
As we found out, the Miss Nude World Pageant is more the World Series of professional stripping than an innocent competition among attractive but amateur naked women. The money is good, $3,000 to the winner, and a total of $75,000 in perks and prizes. In many ways, the Miss Nude World is like any other beauty pageant, with plenty of beautiful women waiting nervously backstage. There are elaborate costumes and contestant interviews. But the similarity ends right there. Micia, Miss Nude Canada, is from Vancouver and has been working to win this pageant.
Oh, we're looking at going on 2 years. I've been preparing for this, and if I win, I'll be very proud. I mean, it's what I wanted. It makes me feel like what I've done, I've succeeded at. I started off by doing amateur audition nights, and it actually started off as a prank on my birthday. My friends dared me to get up on this amateur audition night and take my clothes off. So I took my clothes, I did it, I was like, okay, I'll do it, and I did it, I won. So the next week I thought, should I do it again? I did it again, and I won again. And then I did it probably for about 4 weeks in a row, and then I thought, okay, maybe this is a career kind of thing. Maybe I should take this more seriously.
Micia has gone on to win up to $12,000 a month with performances like this. Not uncommon for top strippers, she says. But on the downside is a lack of successful relationships with men.
I think about marriage, and I want a relationship. At the moment, I don't have a relationship. Men, they love you in the beginning, and then they have a hard time accepting it in the end. And you have to decide, is it the career sometimes or your relationship? And I'm a career woman right now.
The Miss Nude World Pageant had extra awards, but at this contest, instead of Miss Congeniality, there was a trophy for the most luscious lungs. Instead of an award for Best Dancer or Singer, there was World's Hottest Legs. The woman who won the title, Miss Nude World, was an athletic gymnast from Toronto. Although a crowd favorite, Micia was crowned first runner-up. So until next year, when she competes again, Micia Ferrati can be seen stripping her way across North America while rehearsing for the next Miss Nude World pageant.
Well, we both were born and lived our whole lives in Holland. We live in a small town called Maasluis. That's about an hour from Amsterdam. Even though we look alike, we don't always agree. Yes, we do. No, we don't. Yes, we do. No, we don't. Dit is het Muiderslot. Het is gebouwd in 1280 en herbouwd in 1370.
Hello, this is the Muiderslot. Muider.
Before we were in the Playboy, I was always thinking, always pretty girls in the Playboy, and I'm not pretty like that, and then they asked us, and I was a little bit surprised. We are the first Dutch playmates to appear in the American Playboy. which make us very proud. There are many beautiful women, and we never thought we were pretty enough. So, we were very lucky. That's it. Why? Why?
Assista a seguir Memórias de um Espião e logo após Os Intocáveis. As aventuras.
Like swallows returning to Capistrano, or maybe more like salmon swimming upstream to spawn, college kids recently got their annual urge to head for Florida and thaw out from winter finals. And when Playboy raised its banner on the beach at Daytona, sunblock stock jumped 50 points. Playmates Lynn Austin and Donna Edmondson mingled with the mob, helping to reveal how the student body beautiful practiced their rites of spring. While Playboy photographer David Chan captured it all for a special magazine pictorial called The Girls of Spring Break. Take all that and throw in 500,000 beer-starved students determined to blow $114 million, and it was easy to see what made the Daytona heat hot.
We drove down 20 hours it took us.
I sold my computer to get the money to come down, as a matter of fact.
We came down with 8 people, 4 in one car and 4 in another. And we picked Daytona because it's, as far as I'm concerned, where I've heard, it's a hot spot. And Fort Lauderdale is nothing.
Surfboards, beach balls, we got them all out. Jumped in our Woody into a wipeout.
I think one of the reasons that the students have decided that Daytona Beach is the place to be is that they get a fair shake. They come down here and the police are interested, for an example, in protecting their property, versus a police department that is interested in arresting young out-of-towners for different violations.
Why don't we give them some jargon rundown? Lums are the hits.
We love every alcoholic beverage here, and every hot man.
The guys have treated us okay, but a lot of them are dorks and everything, but mostly all they want to do is, you know, get a piece.
We tongue them all. We love them.
That is the senator from Texas, and that's the senator from Oklahoma right there. Watch them. They're making up laws as they go.
No spring break is worth its weight in hangovers without non-stop top and bottomlessness. Contest sponsored mostly by bar owners who know there's nothing like standing around with your tongue hanging out to work up a thirst. This year saw a well-soaked, well-tanned bumper crop of young hopefuls, ready and willing to turn their backs on inhibition. And the judges' table, too, of course.
Don't stop the music, because we keep out the beat. I'm out of here.
Contestants ran the gamut, from the temporarily insane college girl to the permanently employed erotic entrepreneur.
I've been here for about 3.5 weeks, and I've made about $3,500 just in contests.
Her name's Velvet, and when we caught up with her off stage, she offered us a hands-on cash course in winning.
You can make a $400 a day if you go to every contest. Depends if you win or not, too. You don't always win. But when I'm up there, sometimes I don't win. How to excite a crowd. Like, for instance, licking my finger, and rub it down my chest. It turns them on and gets them excited. And at this, first contest, I knew they liked that, so I kept doing it and get into it more and more each time. Every time you do a contest, you get into it. Bend over, pull your pants up, play with them, tease them a little bit.
Oh, these are the winner of the contest. I like her the best.
For David Chan, Daytona Beach turned out to be a picture-perfect place to shoot the Girls of Spring Break pictorial.
Just like this. Look at me. Yeah, good. Good, here we go. usually take at least an hour to get things going. Don't forget, I am not picking anybody that are professional. If they're professional, well, if she fits the purpose, the building, as a beautiful, sensuous young lady, I use her. But most of them are really never done this before. They never been in nude or semi-nude in front of anybody except maybe their boyfriend. That's about it. So what you need, especially my job, I'm not working with professional people. You need a lot of patience, and that I have.
Spring break has been very, very wild. I've never seen so many wild kids, like, running in the halls. They party till like 4 in the morning. It's wild, it really is.
The sun has long since set on this year's spring break in Daytona Beach. But just like postcards and peeling skin, the memories linger on for everyone who blew off steam when the pressure valve of too much school finally popped. And for Playboy, it was the chance to capture the free and easy spirit of wild and crazy youth as it left its unmistakable mark on the sands of time.
It began as a simple evening at home, just another ordinary night. But as you'll see, this couple is in for some unexpected prime-time passion.
Mr. Smith and Mr. Jones are both successful attorneys who own fashionable homes in Beverly Hills. Mr. Smith and Mr. Jones also drive expensive Mercedes-Benzes. Mr. Jones has an idiot blonde mistress who costs him a sable fur coat and a $1,000 a week allowance. Mr. Smith is sleeping with a topless dancer who costs him diamonds and an unlimited Neiman charge account. Mr. Smith is careful to hide the credit card bill from Mrs. Smith. Unfortunately for Mr. Jones, Mrs. Jones found out about the idiot blonde mistress. Mrs. Jones sued for divorce, nailed the Mercedes, the house, and half of Mr. Jones' hard-earned money.
George, you'll hear from my lawyer.
Despite Mr. Smith's precautions, Mrs. Smith found out about the topless dancer, and things looked pretty grim. But because Mr. Smith was covered by State All's Mistress Insurance Plan, the court granted the divorce and awarded Mrs. Smith only the family bicycle and toaster.
My settlement! You'll hear from my...
State All knows that you can never be too careful. Sorry, Mr. Jones.
Bye, darling.
State All's Mistress Insurance. Don't get caught without it. You're in good hands with State All.
It has always been the aim of Playboy to present the most glamorous, the sexiest, the most tasteful image of the modern woman. But while natural beauty counts a lot, the real glamour girl image takes pains to create. Makeup artists and photographers are the 1980s Picassos and Da Vincis. And presenting perfection, whether in photography or painting, is achieved through much the same fill-in-the-flaws process. Photographer David Goldner has been working on a formula for creating the image of woman in a very dynamic way.
That's it. Perfect, perfect. I consider myself a glamour photographer, really, because I shoot a lot of women. I do a lot of glamorous beauty and headshots. I love faces. I've always just been in love with faces. And that's really how I started painting.
Working with former Playmate of the Month, Liz Stewart, Goldner had the inspiration to combine his distinct erotic vision in black and white photography with an illustrative quality epitomized by one of Playboy's master visionaries, Alberto Vargas. If imitation is indeed the highest form of flattery, you might say Goldner was gushing over this one.
I love shooting women. I've done a lot of sexy poster shots and things like that. So his style, the way he illustrates, is very similar to the way I like to shoot women anyways. So I figured he'd be a perfect person to try to emulate.
The idea of recreating a Vargas work through the medium of painting on photos had occurred to Goldner for a cover he was doing with Shannon Tweed. He continued dabbling, and now his studio is covered with the painted faces of some of Hollywood's most beautiful women.
I just have a lip fetish. I think that's the main thing. Every man has got their own thing that they like about women. With me, it's lips. I love the way they look. If no one else does, I'm doing them for myself because I really love the way they're coming out. I built myself huge trays for my processing. They're 4 by 8 foot, so I'm capable of doing prints that large. And I pour out like 6 gallons of chemistry in each one. I block off my skylights, block off my windows, and I print at night. I special ordered this paper from Europe in large rolls, and it's got a beautiful surface that takes the paint really nicely. I've never really been an artist. I've always been a photographer. But since I started painting, I am now considering myself more of an artist. Although, to me, it's really more painting by numbers, but they're just my numbers.
The paint David uses is transparent. none of the detail is covered up. He finesses the lines with a Q-tip and tiny brush, stroking and buffing the painting until the texture is just right. It can take from 10 to 24 hours to get the color values the perfect consistency. With makeup, the right hairstyle, props, and coloring, Liz Stewart was a Vargas girl, on her way to becoming an original Goldner girl. David Goldner has revolutionized the 8x10 glossy concept. His work seems worthy of hanging in a gallery. Through his homage to a higher art, David Goldner might be trying to improve on perfection. There is a larger-than-life quality that both Vargas and Goldner worked to achieve in their pictures. But while Vargas only hinted at reality, Goldner's interpretation almost comes to life.
Yes, madam, I'm sure he's in the bath.
David Goldner loves his work, and his work certainly seems to love him. Just read their lips.
Dear John, first off, let me apologize for not writing since last month. But so much has happened that I just haven't had the time. I was in the drugstore. You know, the one where you said the delivery boy always stared as he played what you crassly called pocket pool.
May I help you?
Oh, no. Thank you.
Anyway, I was in there to pick up a little something for you, actually, when I noticed one of those tacky 4 pictures for $1 photo booths. Since the only shot of me you like is from our lovely horseback ride at Pikes Peak, I decided to send you a current picture. I remember all those shots you had on your mirror of you and Tina, that bitch, when I first stayed over. At least, John, you had the decency to toss those pictures away. Actually, maybe you just stuffed them in a drawer. When I saw the first strip of pictures, I kind of understood why we haven't been doing so great. Then I had this idea. I mean, it just came over me like, of course. I started thinking about you and us and what we might have been, and my clothes just kind of came off. As I look back on it now, I realize it was sort of symbolic, but you'd never understand.
Miss, do you need any help?
No, I'm fine.
Assert yourself, Bonnie. That's what I said, and you know, pretty soon I did. The camera, those flashes, and then... Now I could try my other idea, a full figure shot. If I stood up and got back as far as I could. And John, you always said my balance wasn't so hot. I guess that was one thing you were right about. John, you might say it was destiny, or you might say something rude like you usually do. But I know it was meant to be. That day, I really found myself, John, and Chuck agrees.
You make quite an impression.
Bonnie.
Chuck Field.
He's quite a guy, much more sensitive than you.
Are these yours?
I think so.
I'm sure you've noticed his creations before. A very big line of greeting cards called Hot Flashes. For their newest line, his company has chosen, with a fat advance, yours truly as their artist and model.
Hello.
And Chuck is personally overseeing all of my upcoming engagements.
Card.
I hope you understand.
$1, please.
But I know you won't.
Thank you.
I guess this is goodbye. Best of luck, Bonnie. P.S. I'm enclosing one of my valuable originals. Tonight's the night he'll propose. Why? Because tonight's the night I wear the gem sock. The only perfume that smells like human sweat. Men like that. They think you've been working out, doing aerobics, pumping iron. Actually, you've been watching soap operas lying on the couch and eating chocolates. But he'll never know. Not with the gem sock. And it doesn't smell like just any human either. It smells like Jane Fonda. That's something special, because nobody feels the burn like Jane. And nothing turns men on more than the illusion that you're in good shape for whatever.
Honey, I'm home.
Remember the name, the gem sock. When you're just too busy to run, but you still want things to work out.
To the average man, one of the most important aspects of life is sexual virility. Japanese men are no exception. Doctors at one of the leading sex clinics in Tokyo, the Japan Family Planning Center, say that the majority of men who come to them are suffering from impotence. The source of their problems generally stems from psychological factors, and treatment often consists of simply talking it out. Still, the belief in aphrodisiacs persists throughout Asia. We asked Dr. Narabayashi of the clinic for his views of so-called aphrodisiacs, such as snake.
Human sexuality is not something limited to the lower half of our bodies or one particular organ, but the brain. Human sexuality is complex, so we can't become suddenly active because of hormone shots or consuming some food or drink. But the Japanese still cannot see sex as a matter of the brain or personality. I don't want to belittle my own people, but they still think it's a matter of the genitals. That's why, for example, they think eating a snake will increase virility.
Undaunted by scientific evidence to the contrary, thousands, if not millions, of Japanese men guzzle stamina drinks every day, available in virtually any pharmacy. In fact, some stores deal exclusively in these supplies, such as the Stamina Pharmacy in Ginza, Tokyo. In addition to drinks, the Stamina Pharmacy sells a wide variety of other things for consumption, including hormone tea, snake and even snake blood, turtle oil, and oyster extract, and even penises from the animal world. The seal penis on top costs 15,000 yen, about $80. But the tiger penis runs closer to $200. How to prepare a penis is anyone's guess. Still, the drinks are most convenient and are available with a wide variety of ingredients.
One of the most popular of these stamina drinks is this akamamushi. It costs 500 yen, about $2, and it features such libido-stimulating ingredients as viper's extract, ginseng, royal jelly, and an assortment of Chinese herbs.
But those who feel the need for stronger sexual stimulants can wander down the narrow streets of Shinjuku, Tokyo, in an area called His Alley. It is here we find asadachi, or morning erection, a restaurant specializing in foods that are supposed to be aphrodisiacs, foods to bring the animal out in men. According to Japanese mythology, certain animals embody desired traits. Hence, snake sake is served to give you the endurance of a snake. For the drive of a wild boar, you need only eat raw hog testicles. To make you as prolific as a frog, they have fresh frog. All of this is available at prices ranging from $1 to $12 per dish. For Frankly, much of the food comes from the slimy, cold-blooded side of the animal kingdom. And even on the plate, it often seems to live on. Night after night, the tiny restaurant is packed with men who seek the benefits of these special foods. What's the most popular dish at this shop?
Testicles. The hog testicles.
What's the most expensive?
It really depends on size as well as other things. Frog and snake prices change depending upon the size. The bigger they are, the more expensive they are.
What are you having?
Raw hog testicles.
Does it really work?
Yes, it stands right up in the morning.
What does your wife think?
She's very happy. She says, "You're great."
Even an occasional woman will venture into Asadachi. Whose suggestion was it to come here?
My husband.
Are you happy that your husband is eating this?
Well, actually, we came here mainly out of curiosity. I wasn't thinking of other motives.
How's the taste of what you just had?
Very good.
And tonight? Good luck.
Tonight I'll be great.
In the West, they say, eat oysters, love longer. In Japan, they say, drink snake sake, get bigger. Eat hog testicles, stay harder. Eat eel, last longer. Many men here take these aphorisms seriously and follow them with dedicated zeal.
I don't know if dinner at Asadachi is exactly your prelude to a romantic evening, but here in Japan, when you're in need of help, this seems to be the place to come.
Well, all right.
Playboy's video centerfold, Sherry Kanofsky.
Let me tell you about a girl I know. She is my baby and she lives next door. Every morning before the sun comes up, she brings me coffee in my favorite cup. That's why I know, yes I know, hallelujah, I just love her so. When I'm in trouble and I have no friends, I know she'll go with me until the end. Everybody asks me how I know. I smile at them and say she told me so. That's why I know, oh, I know, hallelujah, I just love her so. Now if I call her on the telephone and tell her that I'm all alone, by the time I come from 1 to 4, I hear her on my job in the evening when the sun goes down, when there is nobody else around. She kisses me and she holds me tight and tell me, Daddy, everything's all right. That's why I know, yes, I know, hallelujah, I just love her so.
For being really tiny, I have a chubby tummy, and
I get teased about it a lot. You know, it's like, how can somebody be so little and have such a great figure, but have such a little chubby tummy? And I was, you know, like... I'm from Longview, Washington. I was born and raised there. It's really nice. It's really green, and it rains a lot, but you get used to it. I like it there. And everything's not so expensive like California. Usually, I don't buy an outfit and then go buy shoes. I buy shoes and then buy about 5 outfits. Great little sister. She's really sweet. She's almost 11 years younger than I am. She didn't understand, you know, what Playboy was. And I said, okay. I go, Shell, you know the kind of magazines that Daddy has? And she said, booby book? You're going to be in a booby book? I'm going to tell Mom. I really like my Playboy pictures. It's strange to look at a picture of myself that I know millions of people have looked at.
Venus make her fair, a lovely girl with sunlight in her hair, and take the brightest stars up in the skies and place them in her eyes for me. Venus, goddess of love that you are, surely the things I am can't be too great a task. Venus, if you do, I promise that I always will be true. I'll give her all the love I have to give, as long as we both shall live.
With my boy sit right here in the city, don't you know that it was grand, really grand, oh daddy, then you came along, and sang a pretty song that I asked. Here's so wonderful and what you're doing tonight. Hope you're in the mood because I'm feeling just right. How's about a corner with a table for two? Hear the music mellow, it's a new rendezvous. There's no chance for romance with a blue attitude. You know you got to do some dance to get in the mood. So what you calling mom and daddy to you? It just goes to show what good a blue can do. Never felt so happy over fully alive. Hear the joy, the jump, and it's a powerful drive. Swing around was giving me a new attitude. My heart, oh, feel the sound in my bones. Ba-do-ba-do-bum-do-dum-do-day. Ba-dum-da-dum-do-dum-do-day. That girl with beautiful eyes, a woman so time for fire. Swing with me, what a way to be. May I intrude a stone land down in the moon? Darling, let's go. What a dream of man. Hey, it's quarter feet like a moon. Share with me, you know it. I think it's true to give me some on the mood. In the mood, in the groove, in the mood. You really gonna get home. You really gonna get it. My eyes will get it. My brain will slip. I say, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Right now, boy. Right now, boy. Right now, boy. I know I'm really in the mood, boy. Let's dance, romance, go again. Why don't we go somewhere smooth, boy? It's gonna be right now. It's gonna be right now. It's gonna be right now. I'm only saying that it didn't take me long, didn't take me long, didn't take me long to say I'm in the mood. Let's look blues, it was a good fall.
When I started doing everything for Playboy, people were really shocked, and my dad was really excited, so. Like everybody else. I wear jeans, tank tops, tennis shoes, not much makeup. Being a Playmate's really made me feel special. It's a dream. It's like going from raggedy Cinderella to a glamorous princess.
When the sun goes down, when there is nobody else around, she kisses me as she holds me tight and tells me, Daddy, everything's all right. So I know, yes, I know, hallelujah, I just love her so. Oh, hallelujah, don't you know?
That's all for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Playboy Late Night.
Assista a seguir o Expresso de Chicago e logo após, Primo, Prima.